Hi, I'm Jim Rothman, and I wrote the script Cotton. I got the idea to write Cotton from a buddy of mine. We were talking about jobs that we might not normally want to work at, and one of those was a prison guard. A prison guard puts on a uniform and intentionally goes to prison where most people try to avoid it, and he works there about 20 or 30 years, and he makes X amount of dollars. Well, for that kind of time or for that kind of money, you'd be better off robbing a bank, burying the money, turning yourself in and doing a fraction of the time. And of course, while we were kidding, I was thinking, that might make for an interesting movie. But what really inspired me to write the film was my father. My father raised me on movies, and we both love the human interest genre. Movies like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Million Dollar Baby, Awakening, Sling Blade. Those are the kind of films that we like. So I kind of wanted to write a father-son story for him. So I was thinking, if I made the father the prison guard, and I made the son the robber, and the son ended up at the same prison that his father worked at, that might make for an interesting story. So that's what I did. It took me about 6 months to write the script. It takes place in the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s, so I wanted to make sure it was historically accurate. It's multi-layered, it's multi-themed, and it has a lot of characters. So I wanted to make sure that each character had its own unique voice and personality, and overall was historically accurate. So this is the 10th or 11th script that I've written. I've written action films, comedies, dramas, mystery suspense thrillers, horror films. I haven't written a sci-fi, I haven't written a Western yet, but I've kind of written in nearly every genre. So my process for writing is kind of unique. I kind of start my stories from wherever they inspired me to write them to begin with, which oftentimes is the middle of the film. I don't generally like to start at the beginning or at the end, just wherever I was inspired to write it to begin with. And oftentimes what I find is that from there, the idea will spiderweb to other areas, and all the things that I write before that idea and afterwards obviously have to support the whole concept to begin with. So that'll actually inspire and dictate what actually goes into the script. So it's kind of unique and it's kind of weird, but it works for me. My advice for writers would be make sure you outline. Oftentimes, if we don't outline, then we don't know where the story is going to go, and then we don't get inspired to finish, and we have to finish our scripts. And also, I would say make sure you write at least a little bit every day, so keep yourself going, to propel yourself to want to finish the story that you were inspired to write to begin with. And finally, the reason why I submitted to Scriptapalooza is because it has been around since 1998, and I did my research on it, and it is a great festival. And the agents and the managers that are also the judges there, I've wanted to work with some of them for a while now. So I'm hoping I'd get a chance to get in front of them and be seen by them and see what we can accomplish. So thank you very much, and look forward to the rest of the festival.